Today we're going to learn how we can multiply and divide integers. Our key terms are product, quotient, same, and different. One thing we have to remember when working with integers is that it's very important to be aware of the signs that they have. So we're going to learn how to take care of the sign first. Rules for multiplication or division of signs. When you multiply or divide two integers with the same signs, the result is always positive. This means that if we multiply or divide a positive integer with another positive integer, the answer is going to be positive. And if we are multiplying or dividing a negative integer with another negative integer, the answer is going to be also positive. To be more specific, and I'm going to do it with colors, green is going to be for positive and red is going to be for negative. When we multiply a positive integer times another positive integer, the product is going to be positive. Remember, we refer to product as the answer when we multiply two numbers. If we're multiplying, the answer is called the product. Now, if we multiply a negative integer times another negative integer, the product is going to be positive as well. The same thing happens when we are dividing integers with the same signs. If we divide a positive integer by another positive integer, the quotient is going to be positive. Notice that I'm referring to the answer of a division as the quotient. So when we divide two numbers, the answer is called the quotient. Now, if we divide a negative integer by another negative integer, the quotient will be positive. Second rule: when you multiply or divide two integers with different signs, the result is always negative. That means that if we multiply or divide a positive integer with a negative integer, the answer is always going to be negative. It doesn't matter which one goes first. You can have first a negative number or a negative integer multiplied or divided by a positive integer, and the answer will still be negative. Let's do the same thing we did before. If you multiply a positive integer times a negative integer, the product is going to be negative. And if you multiply a negative integer times a positive integer, the product is going to be negative. Now, same thing happens with division. If you divide a positive integer by a negative integer, the quotient is going to be negative. And if you divide a negative integer by a positive integer, the quotient is going to be negative. So now let's include the numbers. Multiplication. To multiply two integers, Multiply the absolute value of the numbers first and write their product. Then multiply their signs according to the rules. Negative 2 times positive 3. So the first thing we have to do is to multiply the absolute values of the numbers. That means multiply 2 times 3. Forget about the sign for a second. 2 times 3 equals 6. Now we take care of the signs. The signs are different, and we know if we multiply signs that are different, our answer or our product is going to be negative. Let's see another example. Positive 1 times positive 4. We multiply the absolute values of the numbers first, meaning 1 times 4, which equals 4. And then we multiply the signs according to the rules. When we multiply numbers with the same sign, our answer is going to be positive. Division. To divide two integers, divide the absolute value of the numbers first and write their quotient. Then divide their signs according to the rules. Let's see a couple of examples. We have 9 divided by negative 3. So we have to divide the absolute value of the numbers first. That means we're going to forget about the signs and we're going to divide 9 by 3. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Now we're going to take care of the signs. Uh-oh, the 9 doesn't have a sign, so what am I going to do? We assume that that number is going to be a positive number. So now we have a positive and a negative, and we know that when we divide numbers with different signs, our answer, or in this case our quotient, is going to be negative. This is another example. Negative 60 divided by negative 10. Let's divide 60 by 10 first. 60 divided by 10 equals 6. Now we take care of the signs. We see that we have two negative signs, so the signs are the same. And we know that when we're dividing integers with the same signs, our quotient is going to be positive. Negative 4 divided by positive 2.